If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Hello, House on the Road subscribers and followers. So I thought I'd bring you out to the lake here that I grew up fishing at, and we're at a conservation area here in Missouri. But I bring you out here because it's beautiful, to motivate you to follow your dream. I mean, you look at this scenery here and you think, man, this is the life, at least for me. For you, I mean, again, whatever your dream is. And the reason I did this is because Kevin and I were talking. Kevin is someone I met on Facebook, and he said, you give me the motivation to work on my family's freedom. I have a great paying job, but no freedom. They already told us that we're going to have to work the entire year. We'll have no downtime but holidays and weekends, holiday weekends. You're telling it like it is. Encourages me that we can do the same. And so I replied back. I said, boy, I wish I could give you the magic wand that led us on this path of living out here in nomadic lifestyle, following our dream. Now again, this video is not about nomadic lifestyle. It's about following your dream, whatever that is. Finding your freedom, buying a small house, living out on property. So I continued on and I said, looking back at it, it really was so easy to do this. Now, at the time, it didn't feel easy. It really didn't. Because I think a lot of things is wrapped up in this social norm. You know, pursuit of happiness. A lot of people talk about pursuit of happiness. And people see that as financial freedom, having money. We don't have a lot of money now, so no. And I feel so free without the money. But when I was back there, and I got debt free, and don't get me wrong, I think all this is important. I think you have to be debt free, and I think you have to have a savings. So when I got debt free and I started working on savings, I thought, man, I mean, when's enough is enough? When is it that I got enough where I can actually do this? And I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I kept having to work. So let me talk to you about work a little bit. Kevin says that, you know, they've already told him that he's going to have to work no downtime except for holiday weekends. Well, I mean, I can sympathize with him very well. Now, the only difference is I was the one that had to make the decision that we weren't going to get any downtime. That was my job. I was production manager. So my bosses would come to me and say, okay, we got this big order. What are we going to do to finish it? And, you know, well, I guess we'll have to have 50 employees work, 1,000 hours this week. But the thing is that also meant, think about it. From my perspective, that means I got to make the decision not to take any time off. I got to make this decision that we're going to work, yeah, thumbs up. And it was so frustrating, especially there towards the end. I would have to make the decision, and then I would have to tell the 50 people that they were going to have to work. And then when they got mad, man, I don't want to work. Why are you such a jerk? And I would get mad at them. Well, how do you think I feel? I had to make the decision. And so my morale started sinking their morale. And I've talked to you a lot about how we did it. Talked about the financial freedom, you know, getting savings and debt-free and downsizing and all those things. But I've never talked to you about the emotional aspect. You think, how am I going to live outside of the house? How do I actually break free and tell my boss, I'm not working for you anymore? And when he says, well, why not? What are you going to do? Nothing. I'm going to start up a small internet company. I only need a few $100 a month, and I'm going to go out here. And then they tell you, well, you're crazy. You're making great money now, and you're going to give it all up to go do something dumb. But I'm telling you, it's not the money that made me free. So really what ended up happening was I forced myself into a situation where I had no other outcome but to come out here and live a nomadic lifestyle. I quit my job. And I was in too much pressure and not in a very good mental state to go back to work to someplace else. Heck, my references probably aren't that good either, because, you know, I basically told my boss, I'm done with you. You're killing us. So once I quit, Carolyn and I decided, okay, we're going to try it. We're going to go out there with the pop-up camper and we're going to give this a try. So we went out for about a month, just traveling, testing things out, trying to figure out if we actually liked going to the bathroom in a bucket, you know, taking a shower outside in a tent. Now we're out here, we're not spending money. When you're making money, living in a stick and brick, you spend the money and you feel like you need it. You need cable TV. You got to have cable TV. You've got to have high-speed internet. Got to. Well, how are you going to live without that? Got to have the landline phone. Got to pay the house payment or the rent payment. Got to. You got to do all that. Got to buy the water. You got to buy the food. You got to buy. And then you have to buy things to support the things you bought. But out here, we have consistently, other than the couple of emergencies that we've ran into, we have consistently spent only $650 a month. And we don't buy anything except food, propane, gasoline. Sometimes we buy miscellaneous items, you know, Tylenol, and I had to have allergy medicine. Putting that in perspective, we were spending almost $2,000 a month, and we never got to enjoy a second of it. We were always working just so we can go spend the $2,000 a month on bills that we never really got to use. Do I need cable TV? No, I don't. We have Netflix, and we've just watched the entire season, the entire 10, 11 years of Frasier. We watch a couple hours a night just to pass the time. What is it, 11 bucks a month? We're very entertained. When I was back at the house, we'd had a $150 cable bill, and I'm not sure I ever really enjoyed TV. There was a couple shows I liked to watch, but nothing. I mean, you just kind of flipped it on for background noise. But I'm sure you've heard all the birds. That's the background noise that we have now. So that's my perspective on actually going out there and quitting your job and following your dream. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video.